Yeah, getting ready to start live. Down to the house. I'm getting ready to go live, but I'm at the house. I picked up a big chicken, so that's what I'm eating now. Picked up a big chicken from Red and White, because I got the liver thawed now. So I can get the liver tonight. But I need something too. And so if you want to pick this big chicken, that's my first time, so I'm eating that. I mean, there's bread in the house. It's a refrigerator. People like bread in the refrigerator. So they go, okay. Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening. Do y'all copy me out there? Can you hear me? What's good? Happy Saturday, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Want to make sure I'm clear enough for you guys. I was hella hungry. I know I am just beyond late. I was supposed to start at 5:10, but just my luck. Every time I get ready to start doing something, I get hungry at the last minute. I was not hungry all day until it was time for me to go live. Then that's when I realized I didn't eat nothing. So I had to stop and go to the grocery store and get me one of the rotisserie chicken things and just get something in my stomach. When I'm hungry, I do not perform well. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm hungry, I don't do good at all. But other than that, I got my little food and I got my little wine, so I should be good for the moment. But I apologize if I am not on time. But yeah, I had to go get me some grub right quick. But on that note, I want to thank everybody for stopping by to dine in with me, your diva and knowledge here at Cafe de Paris. You know, I'm always serving you the best topics and wisdom and knowledge. I'm always serving you the best recipes. And, you know, I really thank all of my subscribers for showing me your love, showing me all your support, and just rocking out with your girl here at Cafe de Paris. So, again, I want to thank all of you. I'm on black mode screen today because I look a hot ass mess. And I really don't feel like getting dolled up and glamored up and everything. So you're going to be seeing basically my profile pic throughout this session. Yeah, so I got to hide behind the camera today because I'm looking a hot ass mess basically. Well, at least to me I am. But on that note, thank all of you for stopping by to dine in and rock out with me. So I thought it was very imperative, well, before I go into today's recipe, let me start off by saying that if you did not catch my last upload, me and my mom actually did a good upload. I believe it was last week. Um about the single mother struggle saga continues, and it was really really awesome. Me and my mom, when we get together, we always have a good time. Like I said, I'm the diva in knowledge, but she's the head diva in knowledge, and we really tore down the house. I mean, we had got a lot of positive feedback. Everybody had loved all of the advice and the wisdom my mom's was kicking out, and everybody enjoyed the show. We had got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of positive energy, because when me and my mom get together, we always give it our best to give the best advice, the best wisdom, and the best knowledge. And, we never disappoint in that. And it was a hell of a show. We got a lot of positive feedback. Everybody enjoyed it. And, if you didn't get a chance to check that out, make sure you can whenever you get a chance to. We really, it was a really good show, and we did really well. And everybody enjoyed the content. I had a lot of my subscribers reach out to me and say, wow, your mama's awesome. When me and my mom get together, nothing is scripted. Just what you see, that's exactly what it is. We don't read from no impromptu. We don't script anything. Whatever you see, that is exactly what we do. We don't practice. We don't rehearse. That is how we are all the time. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, yeah, my channel, what you see is what you get. So whatever mistakes that are made or whatever, flaws, I mean, that comes with the territory, because I really don't script my stuff too much or whatever. I pretty much just, whatever you see is what you get or whatever. So on that note, it was a really good show. So you get a chance, check it out. I'm sure you all would enjoy it. But we're definitely going to go in today's recipe. I hope everybody had a wonderful Saturday. If not, I hope your Saturday goes well for you. So just thank God that he blessed you to see another day. So if you don't have nothing else, at least you have your life, and nothing is more valuable than that. Thank you, Simply Deep, for coming in. One Tracks Wanson, Matthew Man, T193, Angel, what's up? Thank all of you for coming in and rock out with me, your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Cafe de Paris. So, I'm going to go on in tonight's recipe, as promised, as I told you guys. Basically, on the menu tonight is Dick and Attention, the broken woman's drug overdose. Yes, I said it, okay? This is the new disease that has become contagious, especially, basically, predominantly with a lot of these, with a lot of Black women within the community. Now, keep in mind, because I try not to be too biased, because I know, Black women, we already catch a lot of heat as it is, from the majority of, the commentators, when it comes to YouTube. The majority of the YouTube channels that we hear about is constantly about Black women ain't this, Black women ain't that, Black women can't get it together. We already, we seem to catch the most heat, unfortunately, and it's not our fault. And the sad part is because of other Black women, based on the way they represent themselves, it makes all of us look bad. Even those of us who have the best intentions, who try so hard not to follow that statistic, try so hard to overcome that stereotype. I can personally speak for myself that I've always tried to be one of those Black women to overcome the stereotype that we are known for. We are known for being the race that predominantly has the most children. We are known to be the race that predominantly has the most single parent homes. We are known to be as the ones that are not highly educated. Unfortunately, Black women, we do get a lot of bad rap. But I just want to kind of give a little spin on it. And yeah, Matthew Mann says, much as Black women are, of course, but a bunch of hood rats, good hoes, and mistakes women. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, as much as we don't like to be called these type of names, but unfortunately, being that the majority of Black women who carry themselves in this manner are the ones that are the most exposed, that is all that you see the majority of the time. All you see is on every YouTube channel. Black women that are acting like hood rats, that are acting like thots, that are acting like gold diggers. I mean, that is all that you see. Very rarely are they going to show Black women like myself, who don't have a bunch of children, okay, who have been in the same stable relationship for years, who are college educated. They're not going to show us. We're not. If you are a Black woman who got your SHIT together, you're not going to stand out. It's unfortunately that the only way we are noticed is if we're making a clownery out of ourselves. As long as we're acting up in public, fighting in public, you know, carrying ourselves in, hood rat manners, that is where we get the most exposure. We don't get exposure for doing positive things. Very rarely do we get exposure for doing something positive in the community, and unfortunately, it's no different than a black man. If you watch the majority of these police shows, like I don't know if they show it as much, but they have always had police shows like Cops and 48 Hours. The majority of the events or the occurrences that you see on these shows is black men getting arrested. Okay, that's all you see. Very rarely you don't see these crime shows or these cop shows or whatever that expose a lot of whites getting arrested or a lot of Latinos getting arrested. It's always a brother getting cuffed or arrested. So therefore, the majority of the black men in the community are known as the thugs, are known as the criminals, not because that is all that there is, but that is what has brought the most attention. Unfortunately, black men and black women, we get the most exposure when it comes to bullshit. Bottom line, anything negative as a black woman or a black man is going to be magnified. We cannot get away with the things other races can get away with. Okay, it's just as simple as that. So you have to realize, as a black man or a black woman, whatever you choose to do in life, realize that once you put yourself out there in a negative manner, it is going to be magnified. It is going to be exposed. Nobody's not going to care about, well, the white guys, they sell drugs too, or the white girls, they be hoes too. They act like hoes too. They act like thoughts too. Society, it don't matter. As black men, black women, we are going to be the ones to catch the most heat. Okay, so it seems like once we get caught in a situation or we get exposed, we want to bring up other races. We want to bring up what other people are doing. You have to keep in mind, none of that matters. Once you as a black man or a black woman is exposed, that is a stain that you're going to be walking around with for the rest of your days, and that's just the way society has made the rules. Okay, it's nothing I want to deal with. Not that I agree with it or not that I like it, but those are the rules that are set. But instead of allowing, the fact that the color of our skin, unfortunately, we are given the hardest times when it comes to, making mistakes and making poor choices. That should be the very reason you should try to stray away from making those type of decisions, because once we get caught, we don't have the complexion for the connection. Okay, we cannot redeem ourselves. Whether you're a black man or a black woman, you make a mistake, it's going to be magnified. Okay, you a black woman and you sleeping with all kind of men and you out there with all kind of men, that nobody's not going to care if Becky got just as many baby daddies as you. They're not going to bring up Becky. They're going to bring up you, Brianna. Okay, so we just have to just keep that in mind, that unfortunately we get the most negative publicity. So if as a black woman, you're going to get the most negative publicity, why encourage it? You feel me? Why do exactly what society has already expected of us to do? They expect us to act like hyenas. They expect us to act like hood rats, because unfortunately, that is the label that you have. You can be an educated black woman, you can be a classy black woman, but until you can prove otherwise, you're going to be looked at as any other black woman. And it's up to you as a black woman to stand outside of that box and to make yourself different. Separate yourself from the stereotype. You don't have to be you don't have to be part of that character that society has labeled you to be as a black woman. But this is just why I'm going into this topic. So tonight's recipe, just to let everybody know, this is not a feminist video. This is not a feminist video to bash men of any race. That's not how I operate at my channel. This is not one of those videos to make all black men sympathize with black women. It's not one of those videos either. Basically, tonight's recipe is just going into the simple fact that, it's basically I'm breaking down the elements. You know, I'm not trying to get anybody to sympathize or empathize with the way that Black women carry themselves. I'm just trying to give you my views and my perspective and share with you my dynamics as to why a lot of these the majority of Black women are acting out of character or doing the things that they do. So this is not to justify their behavior. This is not to encourage their behavior. Basically, I'm just breaking down the elements and I'm breaking down the dynamics of the causes in most cases. You feel me? Oh goodness, yeah. I'm not sure, Lord, what a hose is. I really don't deal with any. I stay away from them. I really, I rock solo. So I don't even have good friends. I don't have good friends and bad friends. I just walk solo. That's how I operate. I don't really deal with too many people. I've had my share of friendships with females, and it's just women are just too much work. I really I don't associate with a lot of females. So unfortunately, I just don't. But we're gonna go right ahead into. Okay, basically we're gonna go right on into the recipe that I got served up for all of you tonight. Dustin, thank you for stopping in. Lord, let me see if I say your name right. Draconis. I'm praying I'm saying your name right. It's not that I'm illiterate. I just want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly. But we're gonna go on into the topic. I'm actually going to share a little video with you, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I decided to do this particular recipe tonight, because I stumbled across this video and it was very disturbing to me. It actually pretty much rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, this is the reason why Black women, we catch so much heat. And a lot of these sisters out here are not understanding, as much as we want respect, as much as we want to be respected and not and not looked at as thoughts and not looked at as Jezebel or whatever. A lot of us are still not understanding, because we are still not carrying ourselves the way that we're supposed to be carrying ourselves as women. Thanks for coming in, KSD, the realest nigga alive. Thank you. Mr. James Harvey, one of my regulars. What's up, dude, for stopping in to holler? Appreciate all of you for stopping in. Tonight's recipe, basically we're talking about dick inattention, the broken woman's drug overdose. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to find that video clip before I go into tonight's subject, so y'all can kind of get an idea as to what I'm talking about. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get this video clip ready for y'all, since the majority of y'all are in here. I got enough of viewers, I believe, at this point where I can go ahead and start and show the video. So just give me a second. I'm going to load this video up and I'm going to share it with you guys and you ladies, so y'all will know why I decided to do this topic tonight. So other than that, I hope everybody's Saturday is going wonderful. I hope y'all having a blessed one. And let me try to get this video uploaded. Okay, let me see. So 1 second, y'all. Okay. Once I upload this video, we're going to discuss this video. And we'll go in from there. Okay, let me see. All right, just 1 second. I'm getting this video started for you guys and you ladies. Okay. All right. Let me pause this. Okay. All right, I'm about to share it right now. Let's go ahead and get this started. Okay. Screen share. All right, everybody, I'm getting ready to load this video for all of you now. So I want y'all to pay a close attention to this upload that I'm getting ready to do, because I basically want to get y'all real opinion. I want to get y'all real feedback on this chaos that I'm getting ready to present to you. Okay, so all right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's see. I paused the video for 1 second. I just want y'all to kind of pay attention to how some of these women are dressed. And I paused the video for a second because I wanted y'all to pay attention to how some of these females are dressed. And this is a funeral. Keep in mind, this is a funeral. Pay attention to what these women are wearing, okay? Now I'm going to go back and finish playing the video. As y'all can clearly see, I know y'all saw how the majority of those females was dressed at that funeral. Okay? Uh yes. Matthew one tracks Wanson. Matthew says dressed like skanks. One tracks Wanson says they were dressed. The way they were dressed is the first thing I noticed. Absolutely. Now keep in mind that this is a funeral. Okay. If I get any more viewers that probably come in at the last minute, I may play it back. Basically I had received this video off of Facebook. Yeah, of course, yeah, the men, yeah. Matthew, it was just a hot ass mess. You know, I couldn't tell if that was a funeral or if that was happy hour at the club. I really couldn't tell the difference between the two. You wouldn't even think it was a funeral. You would think it was a club. And then it's a church on top of that. There was one female that had on a lace see-through pants that fit her like stockings. It fit her like pantyhose. Then one female had a dress on with her top that was cut all the way down like V-neck, and you could see all of her breasts just, hanging out. All you saw was titties. I saw more of her titties than I saw her own face. I hate to say it, but it damn near looked like a bunch of prostitutes that was going in the club. I'm wondering, was it a pimp funeral? Maybe did a pimp die? Did a pimp pass away and his whole showed up to the funeral? I'm wondering if that's what was going on. Maybe a pimp died. Do y'all think maybe a pimp died? I don't know if maybe a pimp passed away. That basically, this is the whole reason why I'm uploading this video. When I saw that, the first thing that came to my mind, I said, this is the reason why Black women, we cannot get the respect we feel we deserve. Because when we pull shenanigans like this, it just makes all Black women look bad. It just does. You know, it's a poor reflection of all of us. You know, and it's again a lot of this. It's this new drug that's become an addiction for the majority of our sisters, for my sisters out there. Because whether I want to face it or not, Black women are my sisters. They may not like what I have to say. I may not like the way they carry themselves and their mannerisms. But the truth of the matter is, we are sisters. Okay. And just like if I see one of my blood sisters in the street dressed like that, I will call her out. I would let my own people, I would let my own blood know. You know what I mean? Come on now. You a woman. Why you got to dress like that? Why you have to carry yourself in that manner? You know, same thing. There's no different than the way I see these sisters in the street. Only difference is there's no blood relation. Okay, we don't have the same father, but at the end of the day, we still are black sisters, and that's why I feel as another black woman, since black women cannot receive, don't want to receive from black men, don't want to receive advice from white men or white women who can better call it out for what it is than their own kind. So, as a black woman, this message that I'm speaking is pertaining to the sisters out there who really need to hear this word. And my thing is, it is up to them. I cannot force and feed I can't force somebody to digest the word or digest the wisdom if they're not ready to receive it. The only thing I do is I just put the message out there, and it's basically up to them. Either they could take the message and utilize it to better themselves, or they could take the message and look at it in a negative way, and basically, feel like I'm riding them, I'm exposing them, I'm calling them out. The thing about it is, what a lot of these women don't have to understand, nobody has to call them out or expose them anymore. They're exposing their own damn selves, as you can clearly see in this video. And I guarantee you, these are the same type of women who would get offended if somebody was to call them a hoe. If somebody was to call them a slut. These are the type of women who will get offended, who will be quick to fight. Guarantee you, if a guy that was in that field and tried to grab on their butt or tried to pinch on their butt, they would be ready to fight. Okay? This nigga don't know me, and he putting his hands on me. This nigga don't know me and calling me a hoe or calling me a slut. Look, the way you advertise yourself, you're gonna bring certain clients, you're gonna bring certain people to you based on how you present yourself. It's no different than a commercial. Okay, you don't see too many commercials advertised like a Bentley. You don't see car companies like Rolls Royce, Bentley, or Lamborghinis. You notice they don't have commercials. You rarely see these type of car companies, these luxury vehicles with commercials. You know why? Because their quality and the superiority of their product is so top of the line. They know they don't even have to advertise it. They don't even have to do a commercial because they know the value. They know the quality of their product that no other car company could ever top that. You would never, unless I'm wrong, because I don't know much about cars, y'all, but I've never seen a commercial for a Bentley. I've never seen a commercial for a Lamborghini, and I've never seen a commercial for a Rolls Royce. All right, because they know their quality. Okay. And you know your quality. You don't have to keep exposing yourself. All these other car companies, even the best car, even the best cars, they still feel the need to have to advertise because evidently somewhere they don't feel like they're doing really well in sales. So they have to constantly keep exposing their specials, you can come down and just put certain percentage down because they're trying to draw and bring more customers because evidently they're not meeting a quota, okay? They don't have enough of customers who really rely and trust in a product because if people really know your value and what you're worth, you don't have to keep overly exposing that. Basically, I say that to say this. When you know your value and you know your worth and you know you are a woman of quality, you don't have to do all of that to get somebody to notice you. People would notice you just based on your aura, based on the type of spirit that you carry about yourself, based on your level of intelligence. It ain't always the fact that you got your titties out, you got your ass out. That stuff like that will only give you attention, but it won't give you respect. And what lasts longer? Respect or attention? Attention only lasts for the moment. Respect would carry you much further than attention. And that is the reason that I'm doing this video, because I am just, basically fed up with the fact that there's so many women. And don't get it twisted now, because You got thoughts on so many levels, you know. You got the snow bunny thoughts, you got the white trailer trash thoughts, you got the Latina thoughts. Um, you got the pretty girl thoughts. I mean, all thoughts ain't ugly now. Keep in mind that all thoughts are not ugly, bust up rhinoceros, Wolverine looking females. You got some beautiful thoughts. You got some church going thoughts. You have educated thoughts. You got thoughts who own their own businesses. Okay. Not all thoughts live in the projects or Section 8 housing. Okay. When we hear the word thought, we automatically assume that it's a chick in poverty. We automatically assume that it's a black woman. I know that's all you see, but we got some white thoughts out here. Look at the Kardashians. It's so many levels, and those are women with money. Okay, they ain't staying in Section 8 housing. They ain't staying in the projects, but you know them as thoughts. Even though them girls are millionaires, you still know them as thoughts. Thoughts come on all type of levels. Okay, and that's what a lot of people have to understand. We have too many stereotypes when it comes to what we consider a thought. Well, Matthew, I know they're not white. I know they're mixed with some type of I don't think it's not Arab. Is it Liberian or something? But we know that they're mixed with some type of white. I know they're not all white, but what I'm saying is basically it's other races besides just black women. That's basically the point. I'm just trying to insinuate. I'm sure they not. Hell, everybody mixed these days because I'm not even all black. Believe it or not. So I won't be surprised if they're mixed with something. But the bottom line is their thoughts. Okay, I know they're mixed with thoughtism. If I don't know their race, I know they mix with thoughtism. Their thoughts. But I won't be surprised if they mix with something because, like I said, everybody's mixed with something. Everybody's mixed with something. I have part Indian. You know what I mean? So everybody mixed with something. Nobody's straight black, straight white. But my thing is, the whole point of me saying that is there's so many thoughts on so many levels. Light skin thoughts, dark skin thoughts, Puerto Rican and black thoughts, Chinese thoughts, Asian thoughts. It's thoughts on so many levels. Young thoughts, old thoughts. You got grandmothers that are thoughts. I mean, we can go on and on. I just don't want people having their own. The thing is, do not have a one-track mind about what you consider is a thought. A thought is just not somebody who's been born and raised in the projects with 8 or 9 children. Okay. I know some thoughts that are lawyers. I know some thoughts that are doctors. I know some thoughts who go to church faithfully every Sunday. Hell, I know some married thoughts. Okay. I mean, like for real, that's basically my point. I just want people to understand. Thoughtism is on so many levels. That's the whole point, basically. And if you saw the Kardashians walking down the street, if you did not know them, you would just think they was plain white girls. I mean, let's be for real. If they didn't have the millions they had, if they didn't have the publicity they had, if you ran into Kim Kardashian in a damn laundromat, and she would have been just a plain ass Becky. You wouldn't even think twice, like, well, maybe she's mixed with something. The bottom line is, a thought is a thought. You know what I mean? I don't want us to lose our train of thought as to what tonight's subject is really about. You know what I mean? I don't want us to lose track of that. I've got about 9 players of films. Let me see, cause I know I'm missing some of the things y'all are typing and posting. I apologize about that. This moves pretty quick, and at the same time, it's not that I'm overlooking y'all comments or anything. So don't take it personal if I'm not reading your comments out loud. I'm not ignoring you, but I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose my train of thoughts or whatever. But basically, it don't matter what a woman's race is, okay? If you know she's been with all kind of men, you know what I mean? and automatically, you're gonna feel some type of way. And that's why I mean, when Kim Kardashian did get married, and Kanye did marry her, I mean, a lot of people gave him the side eye, like, dude. Don't you know this girl done been around like the Uber driver? She done had a sex tape. She done, been with all kind of guys. She done been with all kind of athletes. Nobody cared nothing about Kim was Arabian or whatever the hell her Armenian, whatever her race is. Everybody looked at the fact that okay, Kanye is marrying a thought. Nobody cared nothing about how many millions she got. Nobody cared nothing about her father being this big time lawyer of the O.J. Simpson case. All of that went out the window. Okay, let's be clear. None of that mattered. Um, what's up, Rollo? Thank you for coming in. Um, let me see. Um, Aaron made a comment earlier, not too long ago, and his comment was, I blame simp ass niggas. If men would check with their females and tell them to start acting and dressing like women, many black women would change and start acting like ladies. This is the reason why I want to talk about this, y'all. Thanks everybody for stopping in and dining in with me. Want to give a shout out to all of my viewers who have been supporting me and just making my channel go so exceptionally well. I thank each and every one of you that's in this chat room. Even if it's your first time in here, if you've been rocking with me from day one, I want to give a big thank you to all of you. So I appreciate y'all support. Hell, Trax Winston, I wouldn't be surprised these days because these celebrities, all of them lie so bad. Everything is about publicity and business. So I won't be surprised. I mean, if I found out tomorrow they lied about being married, hell, that shit wouldn't even faze me because celebrities are so fake. So, I mean, I can't believe really nothing they say. I just take it with a grain of thought. But let's say even if they're not married, the fact that he is producing children with her and all of that, married or not, he has basically decided to take this woman on as his companion, even knowing all of the mileages she has on her vajayjay. Okay. Kim Kardashian has more mileages on her vagina than a 1978 Pinto. And that's the whole bottom line. But we're going to break down the elements. We're going to go a little further into this. For everybody who's just tuning in with me this evening, basically, I'm talking about dick and attention, the broken woman's drug overdose. Okay, it's a lot of women who are using attention as medication. And we're going to go into some real surgery tonight. All right. So just get ready to strap on your seatbelts because we're going to go really deep into this. Okay. We're going to break down all the elements and all of the dynamics. All right. Thank you, Steve, for coming in. Freelance, thank you for coming in. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. For some of you who just coming in, I'm going to see if I can play that video for y'all one more time since y'all are here. So y'all can see why I am bringing up tonight's topic about dick and attention is the new drug, okay? So a lot of people already seen the video, but I already told them earlier that I would probably show it twice just for other people who's just coming in at the last minute. So I'm going to show this video one more time for y'all so y'all can see the reason of me doing this topic tonight so everybody can have a general idea. Okay. Mm. Okay, that's a little segment of tonight's topic. The new, make sure I write this down. So, dick and attention, the broken woman's drug overdose. Okay, that is the reason I am discussing tonight's topic recipe. Make sure you ladies and you gentlemen hit that thumbs up button for me, please. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you hit those likes. Thank you. Um, we're gonna go further into this. Again, I don't want everybody to lose focus of what tonight's recipe is about. Okay, I just use Kim Kardashian as an example. This is not an interracial topic. This is not a topic about, celebrities and none of that to that nature. I just don't want everybody to digress and all of that. And basically what tonight's subject basically is about. Why why has dick and attention become the new drug? Why are so many women overdosing off of dick and attention? Now, keep in mind, majority of my content is referring to black women, but I felt that I needed to not just so much just speak on upon them, even though that is what we see most of the time. But that's why, if you notice in my title, I have broken woman's disease versus black women disease, even though most of my content is referred to black women, even the topic tonight. But what I want ladies and gentlemen to understand is you don't have to be black to be broken. You feel me? You do not have to be black to be broken. You can be a white woman and be broken. You can be a Latino woman and be broken. Okay? You can be a successful, educated woman and still be broken on so many levels. It's a lot of women that are walking around here with low self-esteem. Okay. And a lot of women thinking they can hide that low self-esteem behind their red bottom stilettos, their designer labels, their hair extensions, their MAC makeup, all the surgery they getting done on their body, these Brazilian butt jobs, these liposuctions. Even white women are trying to get their lips big like black women. Okay, you got black women, who are trying to, making all these alterations to their bodies, trying to get blonde hair, blue eyes. I mean, you got black women trying to be white. You got white women trying to be black. I mean, I see white women going into these tan shops, faithfully paying to get a tan every month just because they don't like their pale skin. Okay, I've seen white women go so far as to they want full lips like black women. So you have a lot of these white women that are getting these like Kim Zolak from the Atlanta Housewives. I mean, if her lips get any goddamn bigger, I mean, damn, you feel me? So it's so many broken women. Okay, on so many levels. Get the stereotype out your mind about what the hell you consider as a woman with low self-esteem, because it's so many women that are broken. Okay, And that's the part that people have to understand, because we have our own perception of what the hell we consider as a woman with low self-esteem. Okay. But let me see. Because I know I missed some of you guys and you ladies' comments. Yeah, you got some professional ratchet tracks, Wanson. Yeah, freelance. Freelance says women get all these attention these days, but are way unhappier than ever. Oh, yes, you are speaking the truth, freelance. I can see it just by observation of so many people. Absolutely, freelance. And this is why I'm doing this subject tonight, because let me tell you something. The more a woman feels the need to keep exposing herself, that speaks volumes to her low self-esteem. It speaks volumes. Your insecurities stand out even more when you try so hard to be noticed. That's like a dude, pulling up to the club, you know what I'm saying? Because let's be real now, some of you dudes do it. Some of you guys do it. Y'all don't do it as much as women, but I've seen guys, in the club, before I got married, whatever. I would see guys pull out a knot of money. And some of these dudes even do it on Facebook. Why is these dudes on social media pulling out a knot of money? Okay. Do you understand, men? When you pull out a knot of money on social media, you are making yourself a damn thought target. Do you realize that you're going to draw women who's only about $1? That's what you're drawing. First of all, no woman needs to know how much money you got in your pockets. You don't need to be posting on social media what kind of car you bought and all this and that, because the woman is not getting to know you for you. Instead, she's getting to know you for what you have. And a lot of you men don't understand how you keep ending up with thoughts, how you keep ending up with gold diggers, because some of you men, y'all are advertising too. Y'all are just as bad as these women with that advertising. You got to let a woman know what kind of car you drive. You got to let a woman know you got to pull out a knot of money. I done seen a dude pull out a knot of money. I mean, the first bill on top of all the ones had a stack of money. And the first bill was like $100 bill. And all the dollars after that was either ones or fives. I'm like, dude, really? Come on. The way you put yourself out there, whether you're a man or you're a woman, that's what you attract. You want to be flashy. You want to let these women know you got money. I mean, if you're a brother with confidence, guess what? A woman will still like your broke ass as long as you got the damn confidence to back it up. Okay? I've seen brothers with a lot of money, but because they so goddamn insecure, a woman can smell when a brother is insecure about himself. And she'll stroke his ego just for that moment to get what the hell she want to get out of him. You feel me? So you got to be careful with overly advertising, always showing what you got. Because if you feel like, you don't have enough confidence where you feel like you could pick a woman up just based on your intelligence and your intellect, she got to see you pushing Alexa. She got to know what kind of job you got. These women will go on your profile, especially you brothers who like to advertise everything on social media. Woman to go on your profile and see where you work at. See your profession. Know you make money. Let a woman get to know you for you. She don't need to know all of what you do or what you make. I mean, I understand, it's one thing if y'all have a date and y'all go out for coffee or dinner and she asks you what you do for a living, I drive trucks, I do this, I do that. But damn, y'all got to advertise. I know a brother who advertised everything he does on Facebook. I say he's going to make himself a damn thought target. As desperate as some of these women are out here are, that's the main thing they're looking for is a brother with money. Why would you advertise and show a woman how much money you got? You know what I'm saying? If she's really into you for you, you could push a Humpty or Humpty. You could push a damn 93 Honda. But if you got good conversation and you can tell good jokes, you funny, you're not a lame, you're not a cornball. Let me tell you something. She'll overlook that. You feel me? Freelance Flossin sends women a message that you're just a mule, only worthy of relationship where you'll foot the bill. Exactly, freelance. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. That's basically what I'm saying. You don't need that, because women, we are natural detectives. We are natural detectives, okay? And if you one of those brothers that like to put everything out there, it ain't gonna take much for us to really find out all of what you have. You know? Um so you make yourself a target. You make yourself a thought target. That's basically what it boils down to. Okay? Like I said, if you got confidence in you, let me tell y'all guys something. I know the ugliest brothers who made a beautiful woman feel like stir-fried doo-doo. I mean, just because of his confidence, him not allowing her to feel, no matter how beautiful or attractive she is, never putting her on the pedestal to the point to where, she feels as if she's doing him a favor just being seen with him. I know some sisters who started off like that and then ended up catching feelings for the very guy that they wasn't attracted to, but only backfire, and she ended up catching feelings for him and fall in love with him. And then he ends up having to, put in a place practically. So you have to be careful with being too flashy. But I know I'm digressing or whatever. Yeah, Matthew. Of course, Matthew made a good point, and I also want to state this as well. But do not have too much confidence that you become cocky. Exactly. Realize everything has a balance. Everything, and this is the thing about it. A woman can tell a difference if she's a real woman. She can tell the difference between a confident brother and a cocky brother. If a man comes in a room, I don't care where I'm at. I could be at a bar with some girlfriends. I could be in a church. I don't care what scenery I'm in. I can spot a man and tell if he's a confident man or if he's a cocky man. If you're a real woman, you're gonna read in between the lines. You're gonna know the difference. Same thing. If you're a real man, you can tell if a woman is just being a bitch or if she's being stern. You don't want a woman too bitchy, but at the same time, you don't want a woman that smile at every man face that want her attention either. It's all about balance, Again, like I said, you can tell the difference between a confident man and a cocky man. A confident man is not going to display everything he got. He's not going to display what kind of car he got, what kind of house he got. He ain't going to be on social media posting how much he worked out in the gym and how much money he done spent. The insecurity is loud. Insecurity is louder than a fart. I promise you. Insecurity is so loud. And you have a lot of people, men and women, who think the more they keep putting themselves out there, they're making themselves look confident, but actually, your insecurities stand out even more. Okay, because if you are a man or you're a woman and you are sure of yourself, attention will come to you. You don't have to pull to get it. Do y'all understand where I'm coming from when I say that? If you are really confident in who you are, attention gonna come regardless. You ain't even got to push for it. You ain't got to beg for attention. It's gonna come to you regardless if you're really confident in yourself. But some of y'all be doing the most, and we're gonna go into that. Because I know I'm all over the place. All right. But on tonight's topic, we're gonna talk about this dick in a. Don't forget the thumbs up, everyone. I appreciate the thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Hold your paper. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go into this new medicine. This new medicine called dick and attention. We're about to talk about that right now. Okay. Basically, like I said earlier, I showed the video twice. of the way these women were half dressed at this funeral, you would have thought a pimp died and his hoes came to support him. That's what you would have thought, because that's how the majority of these women were dressed. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Aaron says here, Lady Mocha, it's easy for you to say that because you are a woman, but the guys who talk about our needs, simps, ugly dudes that most women would not give the time of day. So flashing money. I feel what you're saying, Aaron, but at the same token, it's all about opportunity. You know what I mean? It's all about opportunity because, like I said, even the most unattractive brothers, if that's the case, if that's the case, Aaron, then that would mean every ugly man on this planet is a virgin, and I know that's not true. Okay, that would mean every ugly man on this planet don't have kids, never been married. That is not true. Ugly guys get attention too. Okay, ugly. Just because a man is unattractive, that he may feel he needs to flash money to get attention. That is not true. It's about opportunity, really. It's about catching a woman at the right place at the right time, especially if she's in a vulnerable position. Even as an ugly man, you don't have to flash what you got to get a woman's attention. It's about confidence. And even if she don't give in to you right away, it's about persistence, because eventually you're going to catch her at a certain season. You're going to catch her at a certain time and season. Sometimes it's about opportunity. If you catch an attractive woman and she's doing good at that moment, she got a man, making money, she doing good, of course you're not going to get her attention. Of course. Hell, even these ugly females, if she got a man and she's doing good, you're not going to get her attention. I've seen the most unattractive women have the audacity to turn down a guy that would try to talk to him, because at that point in time, she was in a good space. She had a man, or she was doing all right. But I've seen those same ugly women, okay, and I won't say these people because I know them personally. I knew a female one time who was like that, not even that attractive. And this guy called himself trying to holler at her. And he was really just playing with her. He really wasn't trying to get her attention like that. But he was trying to holler at her. And she had the audacity to get snotty with him. Even though she's built like a Wolverine, she had the audacity to turn this guy down like, I got me a man. I'm not interested in you like that. And as soon as she got divorced, and she no longer had her husband, now she's the same one going on social media, posting herself constantly, trying to get attention from any man. You know why? Because now she's in a different space in her life. So, Aaron, sometimes it's about what type of season you catch a woman in. That's not true that if you're an ugly man, you can't get a woman's attention. That's not true. Depending on what season you are meeting her in, you can get her attention, depending on what she's going through. You know what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily say that. You feel me? And that's true too, Tracks. Some women will intentionally. You never lied, because I had a girlfriend. She got tired of getting played by pretty boys, and I'll never forget. She told me I'm gonna start dating ugly brothers because she got tired of all the competition. She thought she was the prettiest thing since sliced bread, until them pretty boys kept cheating on her and messing around. So she picked up an average dude, a cornball, a square, a reject. She picked up a cornball because she didn't want to deal, you know what I'm saying, with the competition, having to fight these other damn bees off of him. You feel me? So she got with this basic dude. Because not only that, let me tell you another reason why some women will go after ugly dudes, because they feel like based on how they look, that man will worship the ground they walk on. You got some attractive women, they will intentionally not date attractive dudes because they don't want another man knowing they look just as good as she does. She would rather get a dude that's basic and don't look all that good. That way she'll stand out more and she'll feel like he'll be more worthy of her if she's on a a higher level as far as in the looks. So it's not true, Aaron. You got women out there who will deal with ugly men. Now, they might not deal with them for the right reasons, but they will deal with them. Because women I think now women are starting to get aggravated with brothers who they know look just as good as them. You know, they tired of having to fight other women off of their men. You know, they rather get a square because they feel like a square is going to worship the ground they walk on. I get me a basic dude, you know, and he sees me being that he's never had a woman of my status. He's never had a woman on my level of looks. He's going to worship the ground I walk on. You know, so you got some women who will intentionally pick up squares or rejects, guys that are not that attractive, because in their mind it's easier to deal with. But what ends up happening, I've known a lot of women who have done this. They'll pick up squares and cornballs, you know, and because other women start becoming curious, seeing how this ugly dude, how is she with this ugly dude? Believe it or not, it draws what a lot of women are finding out, you know, even being an attractive woman with an ugly dude, it draws other women to be curious as to what is it about him that she would be interested in him. If he's not that good looking, he must be got one or two of the D's working. Either his dick is good or his dollars is good. It'll make other women curious and other women to try to hit on her ugly dude. I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. I've seen women who start off dealing with squares only because their luck wasn't going too good with the nice looking guys, with the best looking guys, deal with a square, and basically she helps that square builds his swag, builds his confidence, and sometimes the square dude start thinking he prettier than her. You got some square dudes, they get one beautiful, attractive woman, and now he think he get any woman he want. He starts showing out. He starts showing out with the pretty girl. He got one pretty girl. Now he dogging a pretty girl and thinking he can get any pretty girl he want. I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. And what is happening is she started off using a square dude because she wasn't having too much luck with the nice looking guys, and to only end up actually falling in love with the guy. I've seen pretty women who initially try to use a dude that wasn't that attractive, wasn't that good looking, to only end up falling for him. They end up catching feelings for him. But sometimes what happens is the roles reverse, where now the ugly guy, he ain't feeling her the way she feeling him. I've seen that happen a lot of times. I've seen women go after a square to use them and then end up really catching feelings for him. And by the time she realizes she really loves him, he's over her by then because she done dogged him and took him through so much. He ain't really feeling her at this point like that. I've seen ugly women run behind ugly guys because they actually done fell in love with them, caught feelings for them. You know, you be around somebody long enough, especially when they're good to you, they treat you nice, no matter how much, I don't care how much you may say, oh, he's ugly, he's not that cute, girl, I don't even like him like that. If he's around her long enough and he's always kind to her, always treating her like a princess, as much as she may not want to fall for him, she 9 times out of 10 she ends up falling for him. I'm telling you, I've seen it 1,000 times. And by the time she falls for him, he's over it, you know. Thanks for coming in. Hash info. Just my 4 cents. Thank all of y'all for coming in. Appreciate you. But we're going to talk about this drug, y'all. This new drug of dick and attention. Why are so many women overdosing off of this drug? Where has it started? Why has this become such a big issue? You know, Why has that become such a big issue? And that's true, Matthew. And that's for man or woman. If you too nice, anybody walk all over you. That's just the way it is. You got to know when you being suckered. You know what I mean? And it's up to you to basically place stipulations. People will go as far as you allow them to go, and that's with anything in life. Basically, like I said, I showed this video earlier about all of these females who was at this funeral, underdressed, had on lace pants, where you could see all their assets, titties hanging out. Like I said, it looked like a pimp funeral, and all his hoes showed up to pay their respects. It looked terrible. It looked a hot mess. Anyhow, and I've come to the realization that, it's so many women out here that are starving for attention and starving to get laid. And it's a lot of dynamics that play into that, and that is the purpose of me doing this video. So we can break down all of those elements. We can break down, what is the reason? What's the purpose for these women that feel they have to go to the extent of this extreme to get attention, and a lot of it has to do with it's a lot of, when I see a woman that's dressed like that, the first thing that comes to my mind, I automatically feel like she's broken. She's broken. Anytime a woman has to overly advertise her goodies, she's definitely lacking self-esteem issues. It's a lot of self-esteem. And it's a couple of factors that I'm going to break down as to why so many of these women around here got such low self-esteem, where they feel the need to have to overly advertise their goodies. And one of the reasons for that is, believe it or not, you have some women who were taught that is their only value. Your upbringing, the way you were raised, has a lot to do with, how you carry yourself. It's a lot of females out here that have resorted to becoming thots because of the upbringing. If they had mothers, who carried themselves in that manner, you had a mom that always went to the club. Every time your mom left the house, she had to have her titties out. She had to have her assets out. She had to wear short stuff. You seeing your mother, the woman who birthed you, the woman who gave you life, the woman that's supposed to be instructing you, who's supposed to be instilling in you morals and values. When your own mother carries herself like a thot, it's automatically going to become normal to you. And the problem, you guys and you ladies, the majority of these women out here that are carrying themselves like thot, it has to do with the type of women who are raising them. If you have a mother who did not teach you that you do not have to resort to dressing all kind of way to get the attention of a certain man, that is what they're going to do. You have a lot of women out here who are teaching their daughters that it's okay to be a thot. You got women who done taught their daughters, sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want, not understanding that they're setting their daughters up for failure. Okay? I have a 16-year-old daughter, and I get on her all the time, and I let her know, you know what I mean? I know you got a nice body. I know you're very attractive, but if you dress like that, you are drawing dogs to you. You drawing dudes, the wrong kind of dudes, you know what I'm saying? That's going to pimp you and take you for all that you got. But it took me as a mom making her understand that. A lot of these women, these grown women you see that are carrying on like this, I know y'all are saying, well, they grown, they should know better. But if that was not put into you at a young age and you want all your life, you're programming to think that it is normal. The only way I can get me a man is I got to dress like a floozy. You know why? Because no other woman, I didn't have an aunt, I didn't have a mother, I didn't have somebody in my life to teach me and show me that I don't have to carry myself in that manner, And if they didn't have a father, then they definitely double screwed. Because if you didn't have a dad that tells you, no, you're not going to leave the house dressed like that, you attracting the wrong type of dudes just like that. Sometimes it takes a man to let his daughter know or to let his woman know you cannot dress the house, you cannot leave the house like that. And I mean, me from personal experience, when I met my husband, I was in a hoochie mama stage. I was 18, 19 years old. I didn't have any children. I dressed it like that because I saw other women dressed like that. And then another thing is too, another reason why a lot of women have resorted to thoughtism, because they see how other women get most of the attention by dressing like a thought. You go in the club, guys ain't checking for you if you got on a long sleeve sweater and you wearing some long church pants. They're not checking for you. They don't want to get to know you. And that's part of the reason why we have so much thoughtism going on, is because a lot of you men, whether y'all want to believe it or not, whether y'all want to admit it or not, a lot of y'all have created monsters. Y'all have created these monsters because in the club, in the parties, in the streets, y'all, for those of you who don't know better anyway, will go after the women who carry themselves like skanks. You're not interested in a woman that comes in the Waffle House, wearing a nice long pants with the covered up sweatshirt, even though underneath that she's a good cook, she cleans, she takes care of her children, she does all that. You're not interested in her because, let's face it, as much as we don't want to call out for what it is, looks are everything. The moment you see a person and they don't look like what you want right at the moment, just you looking at them visually, you're not even going to want to know them no how. As much as we like to get on these women about how they need to dress, but women are dressing like this because that's the only way the majority of them feel like they could attract somebody. It's by dressing like a prostitute, like dressing like somebody off a back page. I see y'all talking about belly button piercing. Tongue piercings, okay. I mean, like I said, a lot of times we don't created these monsters. A lot of these women have resorted to overdosing off attention and dick because y'all keep liking all their pictures on Facebook. Y'all are liking their pictures. Y'all are thumbing it up every time they go on Facebook, showing their assets, showing their cookies. Every time you do that, it strokes her ego. It strokes her ego. It boosts her ego. And she feels like, oh, okay, I get it. This is what now I know all I got to do is show some skin, advertise, and I'll get a man to notice me. Because the majority, some of these women, they feel like they can only resort to that because a lot of them are not that intelligent. You'll be surprised. A lot of them don't know how to hold a decent conversation. They'll know how to show you their ass first before they can sit down and have a decent conversation with you. Some of them are like that, and some of them are not that intellectual. They're not intellectually balanced. So they don't feel like they don't have enough confidence to know that as long as I can be intelligent and hold an intellectual conversation, I can draw a man's attention just by my intellect. A lot of them are not smart enough or educated enough to understand that. So what they do is they resort to dressing like how they dress. They'll let their titties speak for them first before they speak for themselves. They will let their assets speak for them before they speak for themselves. And in many cases, there's some women that'll go straight to bed with a man before she even have a conversation with him and even let her know her first and her last name. I mean, that's just how bad it has gotten. Yeah, Trans Waxon said, dick attention is the new makeover. It is. It is the new attention. What's up, Life Machine Power? Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you for stopping by this evening. Don't forget those thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. I see a lot of guys in here tonight. I don't see any ladies. I think a lot of them running from me on this one. But yeah, as I was stating, A lot of women are seeking attention by overly advertising because a lot of them do not have, they lack confidence. They lack confidence. And again, a lot of it has to do with you guys have created monsters. You go on Facebook, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram. I've seen some women post more pictures of themselves than actually post a conversation. They would rather actually you see a picture of them and then have a conversation. A lot of them don't even feel that confident enough. And then another reason why a lot of women have resorted to, attention, as far, to the drug of attention and dick, it has a lot to do with too, is a lot of them have burnt themselves out. They really don't have nothing else left to offer but their bodies. A lot of them done burnt themselves out. They've had way more children than they could count. They got way more baggage than the damn baggage at the airport, baggage department. A lot of them have burnt themselves out early. So they feel like at this point, hell, I'm already in the bind. I'm already, done bowled myself down with all these baby daddies, all these babies, all of these responsibilities, all this baggage. They feel like ain't nothing else for them to really offer or produce but their bodies. Because see, unfortunately, the majority of you men, y'all are visual people. Y'all are visual. A woman has a nice body. A woman has a nice butt, a thin waist, a flat stomach. Y'all are visual. You're not going to look at a woman and say, damn, I sure would like to get to know her personality. Let's be real. Thanks, Life Machine, for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my channel. I know I'm going to have to get with you and wake the hell up again. We got to do another live when we get a chance. Trans Waxon said, don't forget abortions and morning pills don't burn them. All that burnt them out. Being fast at a young age, between abortions, between all kind of men running trains on them, all kind of dudes banging them in the back of the clubs, banging them in the damn alleys. I mean, when you give so much of yourself up at such a young age, and you do it during your youth, by the time you become a full-grown woman, you really don't have much of anything fulfilling to offer to anybody because you have given so much of yourself to all the wrong people, and you burn yourself out. It's a lot of women that are overdosing off attention because they done burnt themselves out. You start having kids at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You already burnt yourself out because really, you're not designed. People don't want to think about it this deep. But at that age, you're not designed to be a mother. Really. You're not designed to be a mother at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're really not designed for that. Thanks, Ann. Thank you for coming in to hang out with me at Cafe de Paris. I appreciate you. You're not designed for that. What has happened is so many women have put so much burdens on their youth. By the time they become full-grown women, they are mentally, spiritually, and physically burnt out. They are burnt out. How you 20, 21 years old and you already tired? You hear some of them say, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired. How you already tired? And your life has just begun. You shouldn't even be tired at 18, 19 years old. How you tired? But you would be tired if you didn't already if you already mothered children. If you have already, let's say you don't have any children, okay? But if you was very promiscuous at a young age and you slept with every Dick, Tom, and Daryl, you done stretch your walls You don't stretch your walls further than the walls that are being built in Mexico right now. You have burnt yourself out before your life has even begun. Yeah, it's so many races, Matthew, man. That's why I really want to take people away tonight from the stereotype. Like I said, thoughtism is on so many levels. You don't just have black women thoughts. You got white women thoughts. You got Latino women thoughts. You have young thoughts, old thoughts, church-going thoughts, antichrist thoughts, educated thoughts, married thoughts, single thoughts. We got thoughts on so many levels. You cannot place a thought on a certain type of individual. Yeah, exactly. And it's a thought nation. I like that one. Yeah, we're in a thought nation. Let's just keep it 100. We want to sit up here. You want to consider a thought what you want to be a damn thought. It's like this. If you're a black man and you can't stand black women and you only single black women as thoughts, guess what's going to happen to you? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get with a white woman, and because you've already gave yourself a tunnel vision, that is only black women that are thoughts. You're going to end up being drawn. You're going to end up in a situation where you end up with a white thought, and you're not going to know it. And by the time you find out it's too late, you know why? Because you've already gave yourself one perception of what a thought is. Thoughts come on many levels. Light skin thoughts, dark skin thoughts, thoughts with no kids, thoughts with too many goddamn kids. Okay, thoughts with college degrees. Saved and sanctified thoughts. You got thoughts who run their own businesses. All thoughts are not just black women who live in the goddamn projects. Okay? I know some thoughts who live in mansions. I know some thoughts that live in gated communities. A thought is a thought. You cannot stereotype what a thought is. That's basically what I'm saying. You can't have a tunnel vision. Again, as I was stating before, it's hot. Thanks, High Def, for coming in. Appreciate it. We have to be careful placing labels on what you consider a thought. You have to be careful with that. That's like me saying all black men are dogs. So for me to avoid black men, I go date a white guy and find out he a goddamn dog too. He was just a white dog. Be careful with those stereotypes. Them stereotypes, you run on one side of the fence thinking it's gonna be safer, to find out it ain't no more safer on the other side. Now you want to cross back over once you find out the grass ain't green. A thought is goddamn thought. You got some white women out here who are thoughts. It don't matter. You look at how a woman carry herself, not the color of her skin. You look at how she carry herself. She carry herself with class, dignity, with respect. That's what you need to be focusing on. Yeah, let me see. We have Ivory. I hope I'm saying your name right. Ivory Obea. I hope I'm saying your name right. He says fairy thought mothers like Amber Rose get on social media and television encouraging slut behavior to young girls. Exactly. But you know who's helping these thoughts? You know who's stroking goals? I'm going to tell you who's doing it. It's you men. Do you realize how many rappers she done been with in that industry? Who has given her attention? Half of these females would not be the way they are if they wasn't getting half of the attention they was getting. A lot of these thoughts are getting mixed signals. Y'all the ones that are thumbing their pictures up. Men are the ones who are giving them these babies. Men are the ones who are laying these thoughts. Y'all, I'm not saying it's all y'all fault, but for you men that are not using your wisdom and your knowledge and your intelligence, y'all need to be schooling some of y'all brothers, school your homeboys who giving these thoughts this attention. These women ain't having these babies by themselves. They are not laying themselves. Somebody giving them pipe. As much as everybody want to complain about hoes, that's who the majority of them, most of the guys are giving most of the attention to is hoes. I mean, let's keep it 100. These women would not be doing and carrying themselves in a way it's kind of like this. It's like the saying, a clown will stop performing if they no longer have an audience. If thoughts was not getting the attention they were getting, we wouldn't have so many thought behavior. Yeah, don't forget to hit those like buttons, everybody. I appreciate it. Please hit them thumbs up for me. Just take 1 second and just hit that thumb up. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the simps, and you're right. Trax Winston, it's a difference between a man and a simp. It is the simps that are doing the praising. Big difference. You're right about that. Yeah, I mean, like they say, hoes for everybody. You know, and as much as people people badmouth hoes will talk about hoes, but they'll take a chance on a hoe. They will take a chance on them. These hoes are not getting pregnant by themselves. Somebody laying them. Somebody doing them. Somebody laying it to them. Somebody giving them attention. and he says whole lives matter. Yeah. Anyway, that's but it's just facts. Women have resorted to degrading themselves because society has made a lot of women think that if you want to get attention or you want to be noticed, you know, that's the only way you're going to get any type of attention is by dressing like a thought. It's so many strippers that are getting wifed. I've heard about strippers getting married, strippers having babies. A lot of it has to do with, you know, the females out here getting mixed signals. Women are being told if you're a hoe or you carry yourself like a whore, a man is not going to be interested in you. But how are you going to believe that when every time you turn around, you hear a hoe getting married? You hear a stripper getting engaged, getting wifed up. I mean, I've seen good women, but because they don't look that attractive to the eye, they don't have that ping, ping, pow going, or they heavy set. They're not that attractive. A lot of good women get overlooked because they don't have the physical attributes that most men will find pleasing to the eye. Let's face it, as much as people don't want to talk about looks, that is what people makes a big issue out of. You're not going to hear somebody say, oh, I would really like to get to know his personality. You're not going to hear a man say, oh, I bet she really has good common sense. I bet she's highly intelligent. I mean, let's be real. It's not going to happen. Yeah, you just, you know, and that's the problem. A lot of these females out here have resorted to just wanting dick, wanting pipe, wanting to be laid because they have put themselves in a position to where men don't see them as valuable. A lot of women have put themselves in a position of getting used, getting played, and getting pimped out because it's kind of like when you take a car off the parking lot. It's kind of like when you take a car off the lot. You get a car off the lot, depending on how many owners have driven that car Over time, that car increases in mileages. Guess what? The value depreciates. And that's the same thing being a woman. When you have been a female, that you have been out there with all kind of men, you got all these baby daddies, even if you don't have kids. Because I know some women who don't have any children, but they have been very promiscuous. Done stuff with every Tom, Dick, and Daryl. And that is why to this day, they have a hard time getting a man to take them seriously, because they have already tainted their reputation. They have sabotaged that by laying with so many men and being so promiscuous. Um, Let me see. We're trying to read some of you guys' comments. Um, but yeah, and if you are a man who lacks confidence, if you are a man, you lack confidence, you lack wisdom, you lack knowledge, and you lack common sense, you will be deceived by the matrix of the vagina. If a woman's looks is more important to you than her character, than her personality, expect to be played. You're going to get played a lot. Just expect it. You know, if that's all, if that is what's more important to you. And that's the same thing with you ladies out here. If you're only going by how God looks and what he can offer for you. Now, this is not to say I understand. You have to have some type of attraction to a person. I get it. I would be lying if I didn't say I had to find my husband attractive in order for me to even want to get to know him. Looks are important, but don't make that the main focus, because you will miss out on the blessing. You'll miss out on a good woman. You'll miss out on a good dude, because you still got this high school perception of a person got to look a certain way. You will miss out. You will miss out on having somebody that can really be a bonus to you, could be a blessing to you, because you're too busy going by how somebody looks. And looks are important. I would be lying. I would be hypocritical if I didn't say I had to have some type of attraction to you in order to even want to get to know you. But when you make that more important than a person's character, you really setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, I mean, again, you can't, you can't go by, you can't become so infatuated with how somebody looks that you forget about the most important things, as far as, that person's background. Do they come from a dysfunctional family? This is questions that we don't want to talk about. You instead of you looking at somebody's ass and tits and all this other stuff, you need to find out, is she mentally stable? Same thing with you ladies. You worrying about a man's pockets and what he does for a living and how much money he makes. You better make sure dude is not a narcissist. It's a lot of people out here with all type of mental issues. Mental illness is on the rise, I'm telling y'all. We have a lot of mentally deranged people. And I know in the perfect world, a lot of people don't understand that. You go to these people's houses, you go on a date, go in their bathroom and check their medicine cabinet. See how much Prozac. Look at what kind of medication they taking. I don't care how beautiful she is. You better make sure she's not psychotic. Because you got some beautiful women out there that are mentally deranged. Ain't got them all. Mental, bipolar, schizophrenic. Oh, goodness. See, we don't want to think that deep. We want to look at what somebody drive, where they work at. Let me tell you something. You got some functional, dysfunctional ass folks. A person could be dysfunctional and have a good job. A person could be dysfunctional and drive a nice car. You could be dysfunctional and still make good money. One doesn't have nothing to do with the other. That's what you have to understand. Let me see. Hold on, y'all, because I don't know why it's sharing my screen. Because I didn't agree for it to share anything. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. Do y'all see anything different on y'all end? Am I sharing my screen? Because I'm seeing something strange on my end. Let me know if y'all see anything strange. Let me see. Y'all don't see anything strange on the screen, do y'all? Okay, okay. It must have been something else I'm pressing. Okay, it must be something else. I'm gonna see if I could do something right quick. So I could show y'all comments. See. Just 1 second, I'm right here, y'all. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to see if I could because I don't want to use my tablet, I'd rather use my laptop for this. See. Okay, is anybody having trouble? I see Samuel says he doesn't see my picture. Let me know if y'all having any technical difficulties. Let's see. Okay. All right. I don't see you. I can hear you. Okay. I'm not sure, Sam. Cause let me see. Everybody else can see okay, so I'm not sure. What could be going on? Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but as I was stating earlier, you have to be very selective, with who you choose as a companion. You can't be somebody that's so infatuated with looks, that you end up overlooking the most important, significant amount of details. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we get back into this crazy thing here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Sam. You might have to log off and then log back in, because it has happened to me too. Sometimes, yeah, you got to refresh. May have to refresh and come back. This internet is just as dependable as dollar store pantyhose. The internet is not reliable. Yeah, but as I was stating, unfortunately, attention has become the new drug to a lot of women, because a lot of these women out here, unfortunately, they have a lot of self-esteem issues. A lot of women have burnt themselves out by being promiscuous at a young age. A lot of women have made themselves become mothers at a young age before they even got a chance to really experience life. They done bogged themselves down with a lot of baggage. Another reason attention has become a drug is because, a lot of women feel like that's the only way they can be noticed. I mean, if you go in the club, that's all you see. Brothers are checking for the women that have on the nice outfits, that have on the nice shoes, that got on the tightest dresses. A brother not gonna pay attention to you if you wearing long church pants and a long long sleeve sweater. You will be overlooked. That's the thing. But what a lot of women have to understand is, you know, you can still get attention without having to overly advertise all of your goodies. It's dresses out there where you can still be sexy. You can still show your curves. You can still show your voluptuous shape. You can still be sexy without looking slutty. That's what a lot of women do not understand. You know, you don't have to be one of those women that, you know, you have to look like a stripper, you know, or look like you, you know, trying to catch that happy hour at the club. You don't have to present yourself in that manner to get attention. You know, and some of you, your attitudes are so bad, it don't matter how good you look. Once a man sits down with you for 5 minutes and sees you can't even hold a different conversation, he's not interested in getting to know you know how. That's what a lot of women are not understanding. I've noticed a lot of women are going so far as to getting all the surgery done. You got white women who trying to get their lips big like black women. You got black women, going under the knife, getting this liposuction, and you know, white women trying to get tans so they can make their skin as dark as black women. Black women getting light color contacts, getting their hair bleached blonde. Women making all of these physical changes to their bodies and not understanding. If you got a jacked up ass attitude, it don't matter how much you change your physical attributes. You know, you'll just be a big titty, big booty, flat tummy woman with a nasty ass attitude. All these changes that we're making to ourselves physically will not compensate for who the hell you are, who you truly are. It don't matter. So you got some women who got jacked up attitudes. Like you have some men who got some nasty attitudes. You got some men who are very arrogant. You got some men that are not even approachable. And I was always the type of female, even before I got married, I never cared how handsome a guy was. You show me you got a nasty attitude and you obnoxious, I automatically turned off. I do not want to get to know you. None of it matters to me. When you meet somebody with a nasty attitude, if you're a real man with dignity, if you're a real woman with integrity, you're going to be like, damn your looks. You an asshole. I'm not interested. Basically. Some of them, Darius. Thanks for coming in, Darius. I appreciate it. Some people just got bad attitudes, man and women. You got some people who, you have a lot of people who have allowed their stereotypes to treat certain people a certain way. If I got an attitude that all black men are dogs, if I have adopted this attitude that all black men are no good and all black men are dogs, if that is my attitude, I will be giving every brother on this planet a bad attitude just based on my own train of thought that I have programmed into my mind about how I feel about black men. Feelings have a way of misleading you. Feelings will mislead you. Just because you feel a certain way about a certain type of man, a certain type of woman, a certain type of race, do not let your feelings mislead you. And then you cannot allow negative experiences that make you feel some type of way. Just because one black woman dogged you and used you, that don't mean all black women will dog you and use you. Okay? You're a black woman and you have one black man who used you, lied to you, and took advantage of you. Now you don't label all black men. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand when somebody wants to generalize everything based off of one negative experience. Who does that? That to me is straight immaturity. When you take one situation and you apply it to everybody. I don't care how many black women you see around here acting like hoochies, hoes, and sluts. A lot of us ain't playing that. All black women don't have a bunch of baby daddies. All black women don't want a bunch of babies. I know because I'm one of them. I've had a couple of sisters come to me on my channel and say, thanks, Mocha. Thank you for telling people that, because I don't have any kids and I don't have any baby daddies. And because I'm a black woman, a man is already looking at me like I'm going to become a problem to him. And that's not true. All black women are not built like that. Believe it or not, a lot of us are catching on to the game, and we're realizing that if we want more out of life, we got to handle ourselves differently compared to what the majority of us are known for. And every once in a while, you will get a sister, that's going to be cocky, have an attitude because she got some degrees. I've had many black men come to me and tell me that a lot of black women think they all of that once they get a degree, once they get an education. They start thinking they too good for a brother. Start thinking they up there and every brother's down there. I've heard a lot of guys tell me that. I've had some brothers tell me that. And what I had to make a lot of them understand is sometimes you get, and I'm not saying it's good, and I'm not justifying that it's cool for a black woman because she has degrees and because she has made accomplishments to automatically make herself believe she's better than everybody. She's too good to be with a brother. Now she got to rub her success in a brother's face and make him feel less than a man. I disagree with that. I don't like when a woman, regardless of her race, who has made accomplishments and now feels because I got degrees, because I got receipts, now I can smell myself and I can dog and rub my success in every black man's face. I don't think that's cool. But however, I understand it. Okay, because what it is you have a lot of sisters who ain't making it. It's a lot of black women out there who have not accomplished that. When I got my degrees, when I had, made my accomplishments and stuff, I wasn't like rubbing it in people's face like I'm the shit or whatever, but I was very big on myself. And the reason I was big on myself was for the fact was I was one black woman who broke the mold, who did something different for once with her life. And it did make me toot my own horn. It did make me kind of pop my collar a little bit. And it wasn't because I thought I was better than my husband. I'm thinking I'm better than every black woman, but I was better than the stereotype I normally would have been labeled for. Sometimes women get the big head for the simple fact because it's so many other black women who ain't doing nothing. So when you are one to rise against that and you make it out of that, then it will kind of give you it will kind of stroke your ego. I'm not gonna lie. Am I saying this right? No. Am I saying that I agree with a black woman acting it up and she rubbing her success like I'm the shit now because I got my degrees? It's not. No, it's not cool. But it makes a statement. It says that I'm different. I'm not fitting in that category of what the world has perceived as the typical black woman. I've actually made it. I did something different. I got my degrees. I don't have a bunch of baby daddies. I'm married. Sometimes black women do have the tendency to toot their own horn when they become successful. And it's because they feel like they have been the ones who made it and broke the mold of that stereotype. That's where some black women's cockiness or arrogance come from. Am I saying it's cool? No, I'm not. But that's where a lot of it derives from. Thank you, Matthew, man, for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm glad you came in to support me. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. Yeah, in Tracks Winston, we do, and I'm not saying it's right, but a lot of it has to do with the fact because there's so many of us who not doing it, who ain't making it happen. It's so many of us that are falling right into that same trap of statistics. So when we finally make it and we have arrived, Sometimes we don't know how to act, you know. And again, if you're a person who's not used to accomplishing anything, it's like a person who's never had money. When you do get money and you've never had it, you don't know how to act because you've never had it. And because of so many women that are defeated and so many women who have never made it, when you do make it, you will. I'm not gonna lie, I'm on my second master's degree, and I'm really proud of myself for the simple fact that I'm not into that mold of what the typical black woman has always been. I don't have no bunch of baby daddies. I don't have a bunch of kids. I actually did something that many black women have not been able to do. And am I popping my collar on that? Hell yeah. I do, because not many of us make it. That's no different than a brother who made it out the hood, who used to shoot, who used to play basketball in the hood, on the courts in the hood, and now he's made it to the NBA. And now the brother's back in the hood. Oh, that nigga think he's something. That nigga think he all of that. He's happy because he made it. He's one of the few who broke the mold of being a typical thug. When you break the mold and you accomplish something that many don't get to accomplish, it does boost your ego. And that's cool. But however, even with your accomplishments, you still have to be careful with how you treat people. Okay? I got my degrees and all of that. But guess what? That still does not give me the right to sit up here and put other people down who didn't make it to college. Okay? Because just like God can bless you on one thing, he could take away your blessings just as quick as he gives it to you. You feel me? So even with your accomplishments, you can feel proud of your accomplishments, but you never step on other people's toes. So you still got to be careful. You know, I'm proud of my accomplishments, but I would never beat my accomplishments upside somebody else's head. Because everybody has not been fortunate to get the same privileges we have, you know. So you just got to be mindful with being proud of your success. You don't have to step on people's toes. You don't have to knock people down. Basically, just be humble. Like, good point, Trans Waxing. Yes, I agree with that. Trax Winston. We do have to be humble. That's the main thing about it, you know. And sometimes black women, I know that that's just something that you know, a lot of us, we still haven't been trained. Like, you have some black men who ain't been trained. A lot of us have not matured. A lot of us have not matured. A lot of us have not gone through enough in life to learn how to handle ourselves a certain way. You know what I mean? Even with our accomplishments, even with our blessings, I mean, you get some brothers that do it. You get some brothers who make it, and now all of a sudden they too good to be with their homeboys who started out with them when they ain't had nothing. I mean, success has a way of revealing the person for who they truly are. Anybody can sit there and say, I'm your homeboy, I'm your homegirl, we're friends for life. But when they become successful, that's when you will really see what type of person you're really dealing with. Because success has a way of changing people. People can sit up here all day, oh, you my homegirl, oh, you my homeboy, oh, we go way back. But they get successful. How you know you got a real friend is if they successful and it hasn't changed them. They're still down to earth. Still come by and see you in your small little apartment. Still don't mind riding with you in your 2002 Mazda. I mean, you know, you could be successful and still be humble. That's basically what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your accomplishments, but you got to be careful on how you step on people's toes, because just like you, same way you can be blessed, you can lose your blessings. So you got to be careful with how you handle people, you know. I was like, yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory. A lot of people show their true colors. You know, anybody can sit there and say, I'm your friend to the end, but you will really see people for who they truly are when they become successful. You know, and I've always been the kind of person, I've never, You know, if I ever was proud of my accomplishments, I've always pretty much kept it to myself. You know, I don't really try to broadcast too much, you know, but the crazy thing is positive stuff always get overlooked anyway. You know, people will notice all the negative before they notice the positive anyhow. I've been a couple of times I went on Facebook, you know, and I would post, yeah, I finally, you know, every year that I graduated from school, you know, I post my degree or something like that, and only a few people would acknowledge it. But here it is, this sister over here who never been to school a day in her life. All she doing is showing her assets, and she getting 300 likes. I mean, this world is so backwards with what we give attention to. We give so much acknowledgement to the wrong things. And that's the type of world we live in. We praise all the wrong stuff. The things we need to be praising, we don't praise it. We don't praise positive things. We praise all the negative. How is it that people will notice your struggles before they notice your success? How is that? We in the world when we praise. I've seen people praise. They throw goddamn welcome home parties because their son was released from prison. But how come we don't throw no parties for when our children graduate from high school or our children graduate from college? Why we don't celebrate stuff like that? Why we want to celebrate when somebody 15, 16, 17 years old, we want to throw them a baby shower? We want to throw these young kids a baby shower who don't have a job, have no degree, have nothing going for them, but they got a baby coming into this planet in this world. We want to throw them a baby shower. We want to throw confetti. We want to bake cakes. We want to go all out for stuff that's not even worth giving the recognition to. How is that? How is it? I'm like you, and I'm officially allergic to drama. That is why I don't have any friends. I have very few friends. I don't have any girlfriends. I think I have one on my hand that I'm really cool with. But for the most part, I really don't mess with people because people change like the weather. You know, people change like the weather, especially when you get in a position where that they're not in. You have some people, they don't mind being friends with you as long as they feel like you are on the same level or you doing worse than them. But the moment they feel like you're doing a little bit better than them, that is when people's true colors will really surface. What's up, Hershey Kids? Thank you for coming into the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome at Cafe de Paris. Hershey Kiss is one of my regulars. She's one of my regular church members. Yeah, Tracks Winston. See, that's a good one. I like that. They invite people to the struggle and welcome them with open arms. You ain't never lied about that. As long as you to the bottom, it's sad, but some people will only accept you when you are on a certain level. People don't mind when you're doing good, but they don't want you doing better than them. That's when you have a problem. I'm serious. People don't mind talking to you as long as you got going through something. Girl, what's going on today? What you got going on today? Girl, yeah, this ain't working out. Having problems at home with my husband and my kids acting up. Oh, girl, I hate to hear that. Blah, blah, blah. Soon as you got some good news, oh, girl, I got a good job. The people done hired me. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. The conversation short. She don't ask you no questions when it's good news. It's bad news. They got all the questions in the world. So what your son did? Oh, so what he got locked up for? How long he gonna be in there? They want all the details when it comes to some damn drama. When it comes to something good, they don't ask no questions. You can be like, oh, girl, I just got hired. Oh, you did? Oh, okay, that's good. Damn, you ain't even gonna ask who hired me? They cut that conversation short when you got good news, when you got something positive. It's sad. Everybody, you got to keep, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, keep your circle small. The smaller you keep your circle, the better off you are. Don't be trying to make friends and be on the scene at every party, every occasion. A lot of stuff I done been invited to and I don't even go. I don't be trying to be on the scene with everything. I ain't trying to get all this attention and recognition. A lot of stuff people invite me to, I don't even go because I've just gotten to the point where I'm comfortable being by myself. I enjoy my own company. I enjoy my own company. Really, I enjoy talking to y'all way more than I do people in my real life. To be honest, I'll talk to my subscribers. I talk to y'all way more than I talk to people who I see on a regular. Because just I realize the trick to friendship and stuff is you got to be fake these days. The only way you're gonna have friendship, you got to be fake. The moment you real and you call people out for their bull, people don't like you when you call them out for their bull. People want you to co-sign on their bull. People want you to support their bull. People want you to support their lies. People want you to support the fake images they portray. People want you to support that. The moment you start getting real and you start calling people out and you start exposing people, then there's a problem. And a lot of people can't handle that. That's why I don't really have any friends like that, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, and that's what it is. Tracks, real recognize real. I mean, I can't. I've never. I'm just allergic to fakeness. I just don't like. I don't like being in the company of people who just like to put up this front, and you got to always make everything in your life seem pork chops and gravy, and you don't have no issues, you don't have no problems. I don't like, I mean, damn, you ain't got to tell me all your business. I understand some people, they're very sacred about what goes on in their house. But when you try to be fake and act like you got it all together and everything's perfect and you got so much to say about everybody else, but yet you hide your skeletons in your closet, I don't want to be around you. It's just as simple as that. I don't like people like that. You sitting up here, you got the room to talk about everybody else, but you got more problems than the goddamn math book. You ain't talking about none of your problems, though. I can't do it. I had a girlfriend. We actually was friends for like every bit of 18, 19 years. I had to cut her off. She had a lot of problems in her marriage, which we all do. That wasn't the reason I cut her off, though. I had to cut off because you got some people who will come to you crying about the same problem over and over. And no matter how much advice you give them, they do the exact opposite. And I'm like, damn, it's called stupidity. If you see you applying the same strategy and you keep getting the same, but you're expecting different results. You apply the same method, but you keep looking for different results. I mean, come on. She was a cool person, but, she just was one of them people, she will overwhelm you with your problems. Every month, her and her husband was going through something. And I'm not talking about no typical, okay, teeth and tongue fall out. I mean, y'all doing extreme stuff to each other. I mean, doing real crazy stuff to each other. You calling me, you crying upset, and you all upset and you calling me and telling me I don't want this marriage no more. I'm tired of him stealing the money. I'm tired of him lying and this and that. You went so far as you put the guy, you got the man, you took the man to court, you took him to court, had him in front of the judge. You even got so bad to where you even had me talk to a detective because around the time she was separated from him, he was stalking her. She couldn't get rid of him. When she decided when she called herself deciding to end the marriage because she was worried about the safety of her and her children. And basically the stuff she was going through with him, it was like one of those Lifetime thriller movies. I don't want to go into all the details because it's very draining and I would get a headache explaining all of it to you. It's like I'm reliving a nightmare and I don't feel like explaining that whole story. But anyway, it's kind of like a Tyler Perry movie. He, like one of them psycho-ass husbands, he just was crazy. He was doing some real off-the-wall stuff that you would only see in a damn movie. And like a Tyler Perry thriller, okay? So anyway, she went to court. The people gave her a free lawyer. I mean, she had all kind of stuff lined up for her. I mean, the blessing was getting ready to work out in her favor. Everything was in her favor. The judge was going to give her everything she wanted. How many judges do you know would grant a woman a 5-year restraining order? How many judges you know would grant a restraining order that long? So for a judge to grant her a 5-year restraining order, that should tell you that the judge saw that somewhere this dude was mentally challenged. So the judge was getting ready to grant her all kind of stuff, and she had the doggone detective reach out to me. I talked to the detective for her, letting the detective know all the stuff, he was doing, because she needed evidence, to make the restraining order solid. She even had her other homegirl come down personally. Her homegirl flew in to help testify. I mean, you got all this support. Y'all wouldn't believe what she did. Just take one guess. How do you think the story, what do you think ended up happening in the story? After we went through all of this mess, what you think happened? Just one guess. What do y'all think she did after we went through all of this chaos? What y'all think she did? Ding, 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 ding. All of you get a prize. All of you get a prize. Hershey Kiss, look behind curtain number 1. Trans Wanson, curtain number 2. James, curtain number 3. Aubrey, curtain number 4. Go ahead and collect your prizes. All of y'all are absolutely right. She took the fool back after all of that. And my thing is, I understand couples break up and get back together. Me and my husband broke up 20,000 times. It happens. But the thing is, when you go so far as to getting judges and courts and lawyers, your family, your friends, one thing about it, whatever me and my husband went through, it's been times, my friends and my family, but I've never taken it so far to that point. You know what I mean? Teeth and tongue fell out, but it's never went to that point to where my mom had to go to the police station with me to sign off as a witness that my husband was beating me down. You know what I mean? That shit went so far. It was just damn ridiculous. I never seen a couple. I don't know if y'all know any couples that's dysfunctional like that, will drag each other through the mud and get back together like it never happened. I cannot deal with people like that. I couldn't do that friendship no more. I couldn't. That was the last straw. I wasn't upset with the fact that she back with him, but my thing is, basically, your life was in danger. And this man did some real crazy, real messed up stuff, bro. I'm not even going to go in all the details because, like I said, it's a headache. I don't feel like explaining that whole story. It'd be like me reliving that nightmare. But like I said, it was like a Lifetime movie. It was a Lifetime movie. She did all of that and got back with him. And then the thing about it was she kept trying to lie to me about it. Why lie? Just be honest and say, okay, I decided to go back to my husband. You up here steady lying about it. Like, I'm not going to read in between the lines. Yeah, telling me little stuff like, like I'm dumb. She was saying stuff like, well, yeah, he came by to get the kids, to take the kids to the doctor's appointment. In the back of my mind, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. He's not even supposed to be over there because you got a restraining order. She was telling on her damn self, not even thinking that I'm not going to pick up, that I'm not even going to figure out that you don't let him come back. Freelance, you may be right. Freelance, you may have a point there. You may be right. That's most couples in there. I guess it is, man. I guess so, but I'm not doing it. Once you put yourself back in a dysfunctional situation, I'm not about to deal with you. My thing is, that is fine. If you're a man, you're a woman, you're willing to remain in your dysfunctional relationship, that is fine. But when you start dragging your family and your friends, you take everybody through the chaos with you, and then you have the nerves to get an attitude because people feeling some type of way because y'all back together. What you think? You the one who called us upset. You worrying about your safety. You worrying about your kids' safety. You getting us upset, and we upset based on the strength of what you going through. Cause as a real friend, if you upset, you hurt, you in pain, I'm in pain too. You getting dogged, I'ma feel some type of way. If I'm a real friend, I'ma worry about your well-being. But for you to have the audacity to spit in the same people's face who was there for you when this nigga was acting an ass, and now you want to smell yourself, I had to cut her like a bad habit. I had to cut her off like Trump is cutting these food stamps. I had to cut her ass. I couldn't deal with it no more. I stopped dealing with her. So I stopped talking to her for almost a year, and she reached out to me. She texted me out the blue to see how I was doing. And, I ain't want to be exactly Trax Winston. I don't realize the trick to a lot of women who get abused, they just want attention. They don't want to leave the situation. They just want attention. It boils down to, I want somebody to feel sorry for me. They want sympathy and empathy. I realized that's all it was the whole time. She wanted attention. She didn't want, when I say he played her like a fiddle. This dude, I might as well write the story and give the script to Tyler Perry. He will make some millions off of off of that story. If y'all knew half of the stuff he did to her and half of the stuff he took her through, y'all feel like y'all watching a damn Lifetime movie. I'm serious. You right. Yep, wake the hell up. You are absolutely freaking right. She was using me for borrowed time. She used me, my mom, her mom. She used all us just to get her through till this nigga straightened up. That's what it was all about. And I realized that's the trick to a lot of these women who are getting abused. When they reach out to you, they only reaching out because they need you to keep their head leveled until they get back with their man, with their abusive husbands. They don't want to be delivered from the situation. They just want you to hold them up until this situation flies over. All that talk about, I'm leaving, I want a divorce, you going through all these extreme dynamics, they don't mean none of that. They do not want to leave. They want attention. And a lot of times too, I realize when they tell you about their problems, it's because they want you to fix it. They don't want you to tell them to leave their man. They want you to fix it. Meaning you may have a female that may call you and be like, oh, girl, you wouldn't believe what my husband did. He took the money and instead of bringing the paycheck home, he drank the whole paycheck. He went to the club. He spent his whole paycheck at the bar. They telling you that because they want you to be like, oh, man, I'm sorry that happened to you. Do you want me to let you and the kids stay the night over here? Or do you want me to lend you some money? A lot of them want you to help them and through the process. They do not want you to tell them to leave their relationship. They ain't trying to hear that. Especially if they've been in a dysfunctional relationship for a long time, they're not going to leave. You're wasting your time even trying to convince them to leave. Yeah, I get, yep. Freelance, you're right. She used me as a goddamn emotional tampon. Oh, that's a good one there. That's a good one. Yeah, she used me as an emotional tampon, yo. That's just what she did. Pimp the hell out of me for all that advice. Had me writing up statements and stuff for judges. I could have strangled her. I'm glad she stayed in another state because I probably would have went straight to her house and strangled her. I'm so serious. I'm like, you know, and then, okay, but that ain't just what made me mad, y'all. Let me tell y'all what really made me mad. Like I said, I ain't talked to her for like a year and some change because I said she was trying to lie to me, and I'm not dumb. I knew the man was back over there. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you texting me now instead of calling me, and then she kept saying stuff like, she was saying stuff like, yeah, I'ma still file those divorce papers. My thing is, if you were going to do it, why you got to keep reassuring me? You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew she was lying. When a person got to keep reassuring you that they're going to do something, I'm telling you they lying. That's like somebody saying, yeah, that's like somebody saying, yeah, I'm going to put them out, I'm going to put them out. Damn, if you're going to put them out, just put them out. Why you got to keep telling somebody what you're going to do? You're going to do it if you really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you what made me mad before I forget. What made me mad about the situation was, like I said, we ain't talked in a minute, and she reached out to me. She sent me a little text or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, well, I mean, I stopped talking to her on bad terms, but, you know, it wasn't that bad to the point where I just had to stop dealing with her for life, but I just wasn't going to deal with her on that level no more. You feel me? So she goes and tells me, she texts me about another girlfriend of hers, right? And basically, she up there telling me that her girlfriend just met this guy and already she want to marry him. And she up here talking about, girl, I think that's so stupid. She's so stupid. She's so dumb for wanting to marry a man and she better don't even know him. And the back of my mind, I'm like, are you freaking serious? The kettle calling the pot black. You got no room to be sitting up here talking about what another woman dealing with, cause you don't already showed you have a master's degree in stupidity. No, she don't even have a master's degree. She got a damn PhD in stupidity. How dare you sit up here and try to insult me about another woman? When you done sit up there and you done took more damn trash than the sanitation department. I told her, I said, look here, no disrespect, but I wasn't mean about it, you know what I'm saying? But I told her, look here, I'm on a whole nother level. I don't have time to be sitting up here judging another woman's stroke. And I could tell when I said that, it made her feel some type of way because she wanted me to gossip with her and be like, yeah, girl, she's stupid, she dumb, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not with you. I'm not about to do that with you. Not after what you took me through. You took me and my mom and your mother, you took us through almost 2 months of a emotional roller coaster with you and your crazy ass bipolar narcissist ass husband. And you think you could call me and sit up here and gossip about what another woman going through? No, your common sense card has been revoked. That's been revoked. No, I don't. You lost my respect a long time ago, just by your stupidity. You don't have the room to be sitting up there talking about what somebody else somebody else going through, cause you don't took plenty of crap. So you don't even have that right. And you know, that's just how I felt about it. I'm like, it just wasn't in her place to be sitting up here talking about what another woman going through when you done set up here and you done took all kind of stuff. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. But these are the type of people, these are the type of females you deal with. You know, you got people up here who want to sit up here and judge all of what somebody else is going through in their household and in their relationship. And they dealing with all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the type of dealing with, you know. That's the type of people we dealing with. You feel me? But I don't know what's going on in this thing here. But you know, I know I've definitely rambled on for quite some time with all of y'all, you know what I mean? But I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for rocking out with me. Your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Cafe de Paris. Want to thank all of you for being so supportive, attending all the live chats, you know, viewing the videos. I definitely want to thank you guys for sharing a lot of my material, my videos. I appreciate it. my subscribers have been increasing a lot significantly, and I really want to thank each and every one of you for that. I thank all of you for the support and all the love and everything. So like I said, I know my time is really going. I'm down there probably 3 hours or whatever. But I definitely just want to take the time to thank all of y'all. I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the positive energy, all the positive feedback. I thank all of y'all. Basically, y'all energy, y'all support is what's giving me the drive. Y'all are basically the oil to my engine in this channel that I'm doing. So it's because of you guys and you ladies I strive to do what I do, because y'all give me so much positive energy. You know, y'all have really been so supportive. So I got to thank each and every one of y'all. Even if you only get to catch some of my videos here and there, you catch some of my live chats here and there, I still want to thank each and every one of y'all, because I understand life is busy. I don't expect everybody to show up to every live, to view every video, because I understand life gets busy. Life gets hectic sometimes. Still working on my Patreon account. I'm not quite there yet. So just give me a minute. I'm still working on that. If you're going on Patreon, you haven't seen me do much of anything. I'm still working on it. Like I said, I'm still an infant. I've been in this game for a year. I'm still working on that, hoping I should have my book ready for you guys within June and July by the summer here. So I'll let y'all know when that project is done. Other than that, if you didn't get a chance, make sure you view my video that I did with my mom. Me and my mom did an upload. I posted it like 3 or 4 days ago, called The Single Mother Struggle Saga Continues. That was a really, 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 really good video. Me and my mom did an awesome job. You know, every time me and my mom gets together, you know, we always giving the best topics, the best recipes. Y'all know how we always operate when we get together. And we really, really did a good show. We did an awesome job. So if you get a chance, check that out and so forth. Any issues or any things you would like for me to commentate on, y'all know my email, Cafe de Paris 79 at yahoo.com. Other than that, it has been pleasant. It has been awesome. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be safe. Y'all have a blessed one. And thanks again for all the love, support, and the donations. And remember, it is your girl, Lady Mocha. I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I'm going to always break you off a slice of knowledge. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye.